Hi everyone. I'd like you please to turn to somebody next to you and shake their hand. Well done. Our work here has begun. Now, as B2B marketers, you know all about presenting your ideas, your vision, your products to large external audiences. But I'm going to speak with you about the most difficult clients of all, the ones you work with on a weekly basis. These are the people that you need to get buy-in from, collaborate with, the people you need to green light the ideas that you have. Now, sometimes when people are have a particularly important presentation, they work with people like me to help them deliver those ideas more effectively so they get more of the outcomes that they want. Now, for example, I had a client who is the head of marketing at a large company, and she came to me because for 18 months she'd been trying to get her CEO to sign off on migrating their website from an old platform to a new one. And she said, listen, your marketing team has put real time into this, blood, sweat and tears. Look at that lovely face. Chas v'shalom. Into creating a wonderful product for you, for something that will really deliver for our company. And he wasn't having it for whatever reason. We worked together one time, and this is the outcome. She told him, we're losing to our direct competitors. Our customers are coming to our website and the bounce rate is high. The time on page is poor, and we're simply going to start losing trust with people we want to work with. And major manufacturers who are our key clientele will start to look at our competitors as more attractive, as more desirable, as more trustworthy, because that's what our communique shows them. And as a result, she got the buy-in she wanted after waiting for 18 months. She went from sad puppy to happy dog. Today, I'm going to be working with you on the pitch that I've just delivered 2 times during our time together so far. You shook hands with somebody, bad move. That is going to be your pitch partner. Now, pitch apparently is a dirty word. We don't like that word. I've been told twice already today. Helen, you've got the smelly topic of the morning, but okay, yeah. I'm going to give you the quick cheat notes for how to build a quick text that will serve you when you have a presentation that matters. You were told this is going to be an actionable event. I'm a hands-on, practical kind of person. That's all the training that I deliver. So if you don't have your phone out now, you should get it out now ready to take notes for a meeting that you have coming up in the next week, in the next calendar, in the next month with an internal client where you have a meeting that you care about, where the outcome matters to you, for your idea, for the challenge, whatever it is that you want to do. Please pull out your phones. Behave nicely. Okay, and in a moment, you're going to plan your text for that meeting and you're going to share it with the person you shook hands with just before. And when you do that, you should make sure you protect any information that's confidential. Obviously, but I just thought I'd say it. All right, open your calendar. Let's get very specific. Find a meeting in your calendar where you care about the outcome, where you have to persuade somebody to take action. Okay, open the description section of that event, and I'd like you to say what it is you want to happen at that meeting. Now, you're not going to share this. This is for you alone. Or if you want to send it to somebody, bavakasha, my recommendation, at least for the moment, is to keep these notes for yourself. Write your goal at the top. That's probably the easy part. Anybody need more time? Good. The harder part is this. As B2B marketers, you're very familiar with the principles of how to select your audience and market to them specifically. We need to do the same when you have meetings with individuals or small groups of individuals that you rely on for achieving particular outcomes. The same strategies apply. So I'd like you to spend a moment thinking about what are the pains and gains of the person that you're going to meet. What do they care about? In a moment, please. For example, are they somebody who wishes to be seen as an innovator, as a leader, as a thought leader? Are they somebody who wishes to demonstrate consistently, I know how to demonstrate fiscal responsibility? What is their thing? Write it down now. Even if you write one characteristic, you're going to be ahead of the curve. Anybody need more time? What do they wish to avoid? What do they not want? Oh, this is perhaps my best joke. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. You're welcome. But now you're writing about the aches and pains. Probably less funny, but I'll just show you that one more time. There it is. Okay. And now we're going to build the message. I'd like you to write the letters STAR down the left-hand side of your screen. And I'm going to work you through this acronym, and then you're going to build a message and you're going to share it out loud, because public speaking skills get stronger when you practice them out loud. So the S stands for the situation or the problematic status quo that you wish to change, defined in terms that your audience cares about. Now, I know this is marketing one-on-one, but you're going to apply it to a meeting that you have. What is the problem that you wish to change from the perspective of the pains and gains that you just listed for the individual or individuals that you're just meeting? And as Billy said to me in her excellent preparatory meeting for today, she said, Helen, many of the people that you'll be speaking to today will be meeting with not just one individual, but with a number. So if you're meeting a group of people for whom you're thinking, well, what are all the pains and gains that I might be meeting in that room? You should focus on the most important person, the person who holds sway. That's who you market this micro pitch to. They are the focus. So problematic situation defined in their terms. T is the task, the thing which obviously must be done. A is the action which you propose to take. And R is the result that you believe will occur as part of the outcome of what you want to get done. The result of what you think your proposal will create. Now, if you'd like to take a picture of this screen with me in it, that would be an excellent choice right now. Helen with microphone. Action shot. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to run you through 3 quick examples of this. And then, friends, here we go. Practical, actionable, it's what Billy promised you. I'm attempting to deliver. So star for Helen. This is what I used before. Ooh, I believe I used it. Yeah. These are the people that I work with. I say, people who want to make changes, people who have presentations coming up. So the problem is that they have frustration, they miss opportunities, right? This is literally the text that I delivered before. And the R is people get more of what they want. That's literally what I said before. The example that I gave for the head of marketing, this is the text that I delivered. She went to the CEO and she spoke to him in the terms that he cared about. And that's what helped him buy in to the thing that she knew would help drive the results that he cared about, and frankly would also help her retain excellent people on her marketing team. And now here's a possible example for you, which is, how do you speak to upper management or to someone who's a CFO? Because for me, pitch is not a dirty word. We try to create messages which are effective and appealing for all the audiences that we speak to. So perhaps the association with pitch is cold selling. I don't think cold selling really ever works. What we want is people who are walking towards us. This structure helps people walk towards us. So the CFO obviously wants to reduce inefficiencies and reduce high cost, the proposal is to automate stuff. Therefore, what you may want is to bring in a prompt engineer so you get a better ROI and reduce expenses. The typical story, but it's got a clear, smart structure. Okay, who here has a question? Because you're about to build this puppy now. Does anybody have a question before you start? So I'll keep the mic open. Please write your version for the meeting you have coming up this week. Akshav, and your time starts now. You have 1 minute to star for yourself this week, and I will sing a song for you. I play no instruments, and I'm tone deaf. Twinkle, twinkle. Any other requests? You are my sunshine, my only. Samantha? Have people finished? People need more time? Okay, does somebody have a question now? Great. Can I have a volunteer to stand up? Uno, dos, tres. And it's a woman. Give it up for the woman in white. Yes. All right. Could you star us, please? This is Helena Baker. She is a star, the head of ESN. Take us away. No, I'd like you just to pitch us. Here's the problem, just tell us the story. However, you've got a meeting coming up this week, somebody you need to encourage to take a particular course of action. How would you use this format? No, I'm so sorry. I want you to do the thing. I want you to just do it. So, hi, Helen.
Jesus, sorry, this has become a thing.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen. As if you're the person I'm trying to convince.
It's not a theoretical exercise. It's what you would say.
Oh, sure, I can do that.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, hi, Helen. It's lovely to see you.
It's so nice to see you too, Helena. I'm such a fan.
Have you had a lovely day?
I'm doing okay for the moment. I'm keeping in control of my excitement.
Okay, beautiful. So I know that you're interested potentially in being a sponsor for our women's networking event in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is part of the role play, right?
Okay.
Is this what I'm meant to do? I can do it.
I want to. So lucky we're doing this little rollout. I want you just to do the 4 sections, just roll it through.
Okay.
The problem with many people like you, Helen, is that they come to events like that women's event that I have in September, and they just get lost in the crowd.
Oh, I see. Beseda. Okay, fine. So, okay, I'm doing the whole star. Beautiful. Okay. So it's very nice to see you, Helen. Helen, I know that we have a women's event in September. I know that you have a fashion brand. This is a real story. That you are keen to get off the ground, and it's fairly new, but you're limited in networking here in Israel. So why you should sponsor is because we are going to really help you stand out from the crowd in terms of the event. You'll get a unique social media post. You will get a ton of eyes on you at the event itself, where we have about 60 women coming. And the results is that our social media posts of sponsors generally get over 3,000 views. And no one will be able to come to our networking event without remembering you for at least 12 months. That's our promise to all of our sponsors for all of our events. And here's the payment link. Go crazy.
So what was so effective about, give it up for Helena. What was so effective about Helena's story is she didn't say the word I. She spoke about me, potential client, and she spoke about the good things that would come to Helen if she took the offer that was being made. This is smart strategy. Friends, please turn to the person you shook hands with so warmly before. I'm going to give you 1 minute to pitch your idea, and I'm going to ring a little bell, and then you're going to switch roles, because having met Jews and Israelis, I know some of you like to talk. So you're going to pitch your idea now, and then you'll switch. Your time starts now. Where's my water? Time's up. Time's up. C'est tout. Oh, Billy, my screen's gone jumpy. Does anybody have a question now? We have time for 1 minute. One question. We have time for 1 minute. That's the time we have. Anybody have a question? Yes.
Okay, so for the final project, my question is, you congratulate the very brand woman who said everything that she didn't talk about her acting. I had a feedback from the person I was pitching to that she didn't understand how that related to me. How do you manage those things?
I suppose it depends on the outcome that you desire from the presentation that you're making. If your outcome that you want to affect is to have a next step in building the relationship with somebody, it would be important to establish that in the way you roll out this particular story. This is one of so many possible formats that a person might utilize. I've tried to bring one that could be practical for this crowd today, for the people they meet with inside their companies. So in a context where somebody knows you, I don't know that there's a context where you need to inform somebody of like what it is I could do for you. It's kind of implicit within the conversation. So I'm not sure I entirely follow your thinking, but I'm happy to speak more with you afterwards. Anybody else? The lady wearing fuchsia, please.
What do you do if you go into a room where your manager seems to think he has it all worked out, or like he's already persuaded? How do you make him open his mind and think about it?
Brilliantly.
Not my manager.
So you may want to start with the end in mind. How does this person want to see themselves? Another way you can play the STAR format is you can open with the results that would be achieved if your position was adopted. So you describe someone as, listen, brilliant manager, I know that you are brilliant, an innovator, hard but fair, willing to open your mind, determined, mind-blowing, disruptive, blowing, etc. This is who you are. So I've come to you with something crazy. Now, I invite you just to be who you are, open mind, describe them as you want them to be, and open with the change that you propose. we're doing great. Could we do better?